Dear Nexon, thank you for giving us playable SEIA and Rio. I promise to refrain from spamming sobbing emojis in the chat of official Blue Archive live streams. Also, thank you for Karen's new live 2D. I've already lost gallons. In the name of the sensei, student, cute and funny, Uwo men.
If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Okay, time's up.
Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Blue Archive. As always, we are continuing the story. If you haven't seen the last video, things started to get a little spicy, a little interesting. Hifumi prepared a mock exam, which all of the students failed, leading Hifumi to suspect that Hanako was failing on purpose. Koharu got caught with a lewd magazine and sticky fingers. Azusa is wandering the halls late at night, and Mika showed up to check in on Sensei and the students, which leads us to episode 17 in chapter 1, Trinity's Traitor. Nagi is really going all in, isn't she? Even signing off on you all using these facilities for your makeup work classes. So how goes it? I hope you aren't simply pretending to keep busy so you can have pool parties with the students. You wouldn't do something like that, would you? No, not at all. Not at all. You don't have to be so wary, Sensei. You're gonna hurt my feelings. Are you at least eating properly? I could always have your classes catered if you'd like. Would tea and cake be alright? My apologies. You're not interested in small talk. In that case, I'll get straight to the point. She offered you a deal, didn't she? A deal? I thought that might be it. She's a card, that one. She didn't even give you all the details, I'm willing to bet. She just dumped the responsibility in your lap and told you to get to work. And she didn't offer a proper reason or intent behind it either, did she? Did Nagi tell you why the Makeup Work Club was founded this way? Really? She told you nothing at all and burdened you with so much. I rejected her offer. You did? Why? Is it because you didn't want to suspect your own students, or... It's not my role to find Trinity's traitor. So that's it. You represent Shale, meaning you're ultimately an interloper in all of this, unbelonging to Trinity. It's only natural that those of us whose world revolves around Trinity would have difficulty understanding your reasoning. How fascinating. It's a fresh perspective, if nothing else. Then whose side are you on, Sensei? If you're not on Trinity's side, then Gehenna, the General Student Council? Or maybe you're on no one's side? I'm on the student's side. Oh, Miku noises? Mika noises? Sorry, I just got done playing Fortnite. I wasn't expecting you to say something like that. Well, if that's the case, does that mean you're on my side too? I know I may not seem like one sometimes, but I'm technically a student too, you know. I'll be by your side if you ever need me to be. Wow, you sure know how to flatter a lady, Sensei. Are all adults this smooth? I guess there's no hiding how happy that made me. Whoa. Whoa. We can't whoa in front of Mika. We can't show our weakness. But doesn't that also prove my point? If you're on everyone's side, that means you can never truly pick sides as well, does it not? So why don't I cut you a deal of my own? I'll tell you which member of the Makeup Work Club is the traitor. It's the same traitor that Nagi has been searching for. The very person she'll stop at nothing to expel. The truth is that the situation is much more complicated than it seems. It wouldn't be courteous of me to simply watch you be swayed by Nagi. Did you know that inviting you to be the Makeup Work Club's homeroom teacher was my idea? Nagi was opposed to the idea. She said she didn't want to waste the favor you owed on something like this. Oh, and as for the traitor, they are indeed one of your Makeup Work Club students. Shirasu Azusa. How are the preparations coming along? Smoothly, all according to plan thus far. It's Azusa? Correct. As you may know, she hasn't always attended Trinity. She was originally a student from Arius Satellite School, which broke away from the Trinity Union a long time ago. Well, student might not be fully accurate. Education was never truly a part of Azusa's experience. Why are you telling me this? I won't bore you with the excuses, so let me be blunt. You must protect her. I guess getting straight to the point doesn't make sense without all the details. How about I explain it from the beginning? First is what defines Trinity General School. As I'm sure Nagi told you, our academy's history is built on several factions coming together. As the name would suggest, there are three such factions that comprise its center: Pater, Filius, and Sanctus. However, there are many other smaller factions, such as the Remedial Knights and the Sisterhood. Back then, those factions were just as hostile towards one another as Trinity and Gehenna are today. Conflict was a daily occurrence, growing worse by the day, until finally they all came together and created a peace treaty. And so the first council was held, where it was agreed to end the bloodshed and unite as one academy. Trinity and Gehenna as we know it was born from that first council. There are still traces of those factions, even today, but most people would never know it. Over time, history tends to become rather faded. However, there was one academy that chose not to participate in the council. The Arius faction. I say faction, but it's been an organized academy much like our own for a long time. The two sides had much in common, but were driven apart due to differences in how to interpret the ancient scriptures. Their academy also held chapel classes, kept a strict conservative uniform, and had a strong contempt for Gehenna. But Arius vehemently opposed the union, and that feud ultimately led to conflict. Trinity suppressed Arius following the unification. It simply couldn't withstand the combined might of the new academy. Such stories are commonplace in history. Those who hold great power tend to want to test it, and Arius made a suitable target. It was banished from the Trinity district, but rumors say its doors still remain open, hiding somewhere in the underbelly of Kivodos. They've kept the location of their district a secret to avoid Trinity's watchful eye. Even the General Student Council doesn't know where Arius operates from currently. It wouldn't surprise me if those that know the story thought of it as nothing but an urban legend. How could such an academy truly exist? Then again, I think most of our students are completely unaware of the tale. That's the Arius Academy of today, a shadow forgotten to history. And you're saying that's where Azusa's from? Correct. You said the story sounded familiar. As you suspect, the Eden Treaty that Nagi is proposing now is a homage to the First Council. This is a chance for two great academies to reconcile and come together in peace. If it sounds too good to be true, that's because it is. The real objective is to found the Eden Treaty Organization, or ETO. The Eden Treaty is nothing but a peace signing. It's the start of a formal military alliance. Its true purpose is to create a single armed organization using the combined forces of Trinity and Gehenna. These are uncertain times we're living in. The General Student Council President is still missing. Now from the shadows rises a new, overwhelming power. What does Nagi intend to do with it, I wonder? Perhaps attack what remains of the General Student Council and assume control of Kivodos. Or does she plan to uproot Millennium and stop its sudden emergence as Kivodos' rising new academy? I can't say what her goal is for certain, but there is one thing I know. Power that immense can be used to silence any and all dissenters, just as Trinity did to Arius long ago. Or just like SEIA. Sorry. Pretend you didn't hear that. Has something happened to SEIA? She's ill. Just as I told you. Then where is she? Do you really want to know? Telling you would mean crossing a line I could never walk back from. So if you betrayed me, I truly would be completely abandoned. Do you still want to know? Betray you? Yes, but I'm sure it'll be fine. You said you're on my side, didn't you? If someone who said that went on to betray me, then maybe I wouldn't mind so much. The truth is that SEIA isn't fighting illness. Her halo was destroyed. I know, it's too horrible to be true, but it is, and it's been covered up since last year. SEIA was attacked by an unknown assailant. Her illness is nothing but a facade. SEIA's dead, and no one knows but the Tea Party. Well, it's possible the Sisterhood may be aware. Their intelligence gathering has always been remarkable. Regardless, it's a secret that must be kept hidden. There's an ongoing investigation, but it remains a mystery. SEIA held no shortage of confidential information, so I'm sure that only makes it harder to narrow down the suspects. So there you have it. That was a lot to take in. Personally, I have my own list of suspects, but it wouldn't be wise to share it without knowing for sure. Let's get back to talking about Shirasu Azusa. I was the one who arranged to have her transferred to Trinity. You're probably wondering why. Arius still hates us after all. While our students take the privileged environment around them for granted, their students scrape by under impoverished conditions, not knowing what it truly means to receive an education. They stubbornly cling to the grudge from years past and reject the help of anyone, including the General Student Council. We would reconcile with Arius if it were up to me. But the hatred from each other is too great, and the misunderstandings too many. It's not a relationship I could ever hope to reconcile on my own. Nagi and SEIA objected to my opinions for political reasons, but I never held it against them. That's the essence of what the Tea Party does. I'm not the best when it comes to politics. Actually, I wish we could all simply get along. What I really want is for Azusa to become a symbol of peace. I don't know her very well, but she was supposedly an outstanding student at Arius, and I want to foster her potential. Maybe I should have been more honest and tried to convince Nagi through the proper channels, but I had my doubts it was possible. I don't think she would ever agree to it. Reconciling with Arius will become impossible if the Eden Treaty is signed. I wanted to make amends before that happened at any cost. I want to show through Azusa that an Arius student can be happy and accepted at Trinity, but now Nagi has introduced the rumor of there being a traitor attending Trinity. I don't know how she came to that conclusion. Maybe it's all my fault. She became so paranoid that someone was interfering with her plans that she decided to form the Makeup Work Club. Speaking of which, have you figured out why each student was forced to join? It's because Nagi suspects every one of them. Hanako is a little eccentric, to say the least, but she was an outstanding student with excellent grades. She was even a candidate to join the Tea Party once. The Sisterhood tried to recruit her as well, but that didn't work out. Mother Hanako. She attended a chapel class in nothing but a swimsuit and was dragged out by the sisters. You should have seen the shock on people's faces. Hanako had so much potential in her first year, but then she began scoring the lowest grades in her class at the start of the second year. Why? Was she doing it on purpose? She had already made inroads around Trinity and was aware of several academy secrets before her scores began tanking. It drew Nagi's suspicion. As for Koharu, she's a nice girl that really has nothing to do with politics. Her enrollment into the makeup work club has to do with Izumi. Nagi doesn't like there being such a powerful club with someone so influential outside of her direct control, so Koharu is her insurance policy. It wouldn't have mattered who it was from the Justice Task Force. Koharu just happened to have the lowest grades, so she was selected. She's a hostage, in other words. And I bet Hisumi is aware of it. One wrong move could lead to expulsion. But what? Are you surprised to hear that Hisumi would be considered a dangerous element? There's one particular incident that may pique your interest then. Vice President Hisumi, please calm down. How dare they? Pandemonium Society? Gehenna? Do they think they'll get away with this? Listen carefully. This isn't over. Hisumi is the Vice President of the Justice Task Force, Trinity's main armed force, and holds Gehenna in contempt. She would obviously oppose the Eden Treaty because it would require an alliance with her greatest enemies. And finally, there's Hifumi. She's just a sweet, cute, lovable girl, right? Even Nagi adores her, but that's also what landed her right in Nagi's crosshairs. Hifumi was caught sneaking out of the district and visiting suspicious places, such as the prohibited underground black market. There's even intel that connects her to a masked criminal group. Can you believe that? She seemed like such an innocent girl. Interesting. There you have it. The whole story of how Nagi's paranoia led to a full-blown controversy that a traitor is out to ruin Trinity. I know that explanation was a little long-winded, but that is the whole truth. Then again, maybe that's not the truth either. You could just as easily argue that if anyone is betraying Trinity, it would be Nagi. She's attempting to transform Trinity and all the values, harmony, and unity it's enjoyed into something else. She wants to awaken a Leviathan. That's my take on things. Whether you believe or agree with anything I've said is completely up to you. Is that everything you wanted to say? Don't tell me you're worried about me, Sensei. How very sweet of you. I may fall for you after all. You don't need to worry about me. I'm much stronger than I appear. Well then, I should be going. I really enjoyed talking with you today. Until we meet again, Sensei. I went back to the classroom everyone was studying in after saying goodbye to Mika. Oh, there you are, Sensei. Sorry I'm late. Something came up. Don't worry about it. More importantly, take a look. There are latest mock exam scores. Check the test results. Nervously. Gulp. Second makeup work club mock exam results. It was very close. Hell yeah, Hanako doubling her score every time. Double it and give it to the next exam. Yeah, you're doing a lot better. Almost there, Azusa. Hey, she's not the only one who improved. My score went up a lot too. I know, you scored a 15 on your last exam, but now you're up to 49. That's the biggest jump out of all of us. Of course I did. I told you I've been holding back all this time. Hanako? What's wrong, Hifumi? Why so sheepish? I scored a 2 on her first real exam, then I scored a 4 on her mock exam. Now I've scored an 8. That means I'm steadily doubling my scores each time. At this rate, I just need to take 3 more tests and I should be passing too, right? Well, I suppose so. Technically, you're all doing great. I will not stop until I complete my mission and win those cute things, no matter the cost. Seems we have a visitor. Yeah, but who would come all the way here to visit us? Excuse me? Oh, that voice sounds like an intruder. Good thing I've taken measures. I set explosive traps to stop intruders. Azusa, how many did you set? I hope there aren't... There's nowhere to run. Naturally, I laid traps along an intruder's likely escape route. Are you okay? You're not hurt, are you? May peace and comfort find you today. Here, it's water. Thank you. I'm sorry. I thought it was an enemy ambush. So what brings someone from the Sisterhood here? Right, about that. I was told this is where I could find the makeup work club, but I didn't expect to run into Hanako here. If you're not here for me, then what are you here for? Right, of course. I've been looking for Shirasu Azusa. Me? Yes, there's a student you rescued recently that wanted to reach out to express her gratitude. Rescued? Azusa helped a student that was being constantly bullied by her classmates. Apparently, she was called to the back of a secluded building and harassed on the day in question. Someone was harassing the poor girl? She told us you rescued her one day when you just so happened to be passing by. She did? I suppose that did happen. I don't enjoy watching gangs prey on the weak. As I understand it, one of the attackers you suppressed retaliated by reporting you to the Justice Task Force, which escalated you and the task force engaging in a firefight. At which point, you occupied a tear gas warehouse and held the Justice Task Force off for 3 whole hours. That's how all of that started? That student came to us wanting to thank you, but after you couldn't be found at the academy, I ended up having to come here. So that's it. Our gratitude is undeserved. I ended up being captured in the end. But you shouldn't allow yourself to be bullied. Even if everything is meaningless, that is no reason to give up. Wise words. I'll pass your message along to her. People say that you're nothing but a violent ice queen, but that couldn't be further from the truth after all. That's so sweet, but I wouldn't say those rumors are completely unfounded. Azusa is rather rough around the edges. Mary, I'm glad to see you're doing well. I am. However, I'll show you the way out. This way. Oh, okay. I'll be going now. I'm sorry for interrupting, Sensei. The day's studies came to an end soon after that. Listen up everyone, tonight is laundry night. Put your uniforms, underwear, socks, and anything else you need to have washed into the basket. Sure, thank you for offering. You want her underwear too? I can wash it myself, thank you very much. What about you, Sensei? Anything you need washed? Thanks. Oh. The illusion of free choice. Huh? Thanks, but I'm good, I guess. Aw, okay. I'm off to the laundry room then. Everything here should be dry by tomorrow morning. We should be heading to bed. Good night, everyone. Sensei, can I talk to you later? It's about Hanako. Are you there, Sensei? That must be Hifumi. Open the door. Hi, Sensei. It's me. That was a lot easier than I expected. You really wanted me to come in, didn't you? What are you doing here? And why are you in your swimsuit? You worry too much. Anyway, I have an important reason for coming here. I wanted to talk to you. It's about Azusa. Are you there, Sensei? It's me. Sorry I took too long. I know I'm here later than last night. Oh. Hanako is here. And she's naked. Well, this is awkward. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I had no idea the two of you were... I mean, how long has this been going on? Hifumi, did you just say you were in Sensei's room last night too? How long has this been going on? I'm sorry. I never would have imposed had I known. I'll come back later, Sensei. Wait, no. I mean, I won't bring the mood down again. So the next time we should talk would be tomorrow, and Where do you think you're going? I want to know what's been going on between you two. All the juicy details, or better yet, a reenactment would do just fine too. Make it stop. Please make it stop. We eventually managed to clear up the misunderstanding after several more minutes. Hifumi yelled at Hanako to go change out of her swimsuit as well.Alright, that's gonna do it for today. Kinda spicy. I really like that conversation with Mika. It made me like her a lot more. I kind of liked her already. I thought she was kind of like Nagisa's sneaky sidekick, but now that I know she's kind of against Nagisa, yeah, I really like the conversation with Mika. I really like her now. Like, really, really like her. Next time, we will be pulling for Shiroko Terror and Battle Hoshino. I got 30,000 pyrozine saved up. And for everyone telling me to spend my AP, I do it after I finish recording, okay? I've been doing my dailies and spending my AP on Yuka. And you can see I have been building my Mika. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.